So another week of Flump9 versus you, and this week I am facing the West Ham United's under-18s manager, Mark Phillips. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm not sure you were that keen about joining in when you found out you had to video your predictions, so even bigger thanks for agreeing to do it. See if you can try and get Steve Potts and see if you can have a little war between the two of you next time, eh? So anyway, last week I faced Roger. Wow. Yeah, he did pretty well, but I won't ramble about that. I'll show you the results from last week and show you how we both got on. Okay, so here are the results. If you look down, you can see that Roger got 6 correct results, but 5 of those were actually correct scorelines. I mean, I got 5 correct results, but only 1 correct scoreline. Some brilliant predictions there from Roger, actually. I'm just trying to pick out which is the best. I mean, he actually said in his video, Arsenal, West Ham 1-1 at half time and then 3-1 at full time. I think he's gutted he got that one right, to be honest, but a massive well done to Roger for these results. So let's show the table now. Obviously, Roger's at the top with 17 points. So I only got 8 this week, so I've still got my 9 points. So I'm joint second with Holly. And the overall, I really need to catch up this week against Mark because, 26 against 17. Thanks, Roger. You've made this pretty difficult for me now. Impressive, eh? So I am lagging well behind now, so I'm hoping for a good week this week. Yeah, so let's get on. Let's kick off this weekend's fixtures, me versus Mark Phillips. Kicking us off the weekend is Leicester versus Liverpool. There's no doubting Liverpool are very strong title contenders, yet to lose, and I see this weekend being no different. I don't think they'll destroy Leicester. I think it'll be quite close, but I'm going to go with a Leicester 1, Liverpool 2.
I've been asked by Kate to do the score predictions for this weekend. So here we go. My name is Mark Phillips. I'm the under-18s lead coach for West Ham United. First game I'm going to talk about is predict will be Leicester v Liverpool. I think Liverpool are probably the best team I've seen this season, unfortunately against us. So I'd say Leicester 1, Liverpool 2.
Brighton versus Fulham. I think this will be an exciting game. Brighton obviously beat Man United and only lost 1-0 to Liverpool last weekend. Fulham, brilliant game, beat Burnley 4-2. I think it's going to be an exciting game. I'm going to go with a draw 2-2.
Next game I'm going to talk about is on the south coast. It'll be Brighton over Albion v Fulham. I'm going to predict Brighton 1, Fulham 1.
Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Both teams unbeaten. Probably helped Bournemouth, they were playing us. But I think Chelsea are just going to edge it. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
Next game is going to be the team we unfortunately lost to first home game of the season, playing away to Chelsea. I'll predict Chelsea 3, Bournemouth 1.
Crystal Palace, Southampton. Palace lost to Watford last week, but they're at home and I expect them to bounce back. Again, I'm going for another 2-1 home win.
Next game is at Selhurst Park in sunny South London. It will be Crystal Palace 2, Southampton 2, hopefully.
I predicted Huddersfield to get their first 3 points of the season. First point, not even 3 points last week against Cardiff. And it was a 0-0. So I can't see them getting anything from this game either. I think Everton is too strong and Everton are at home. Sorry to say for Huddersfield, but 3-1 Everton.
Next game is on Merseyside, the blue side of Merseyside. It'll be Everton 3, Huddersfield 0.
The big game. West Ham versus Wolves. I have to go with a home win. I think I went for a home win against Liverpool and got that wrong. I went for I went for an away win against Liverpool and I got that wrong. I went for a home win against Bournemouth and got that wrong. But I did predict that we would lose to Arsenal. So I'm hoping I'll finally get a West Ham result correct. I don't think we're going to destroy them by any means. I think it's going to be a really tight game. So I'm just going to go over 2-1 West Ham win.
Next game is going to be played in East London. A very own West Ham United playing Wolverhampton Wanderers. I think West Ham's going to win 2-0.
Man City versus Newcastle. Now, we know Man City drew with this week's opponents, Wolves, 1-1. Obviously, it wasn't a goal. It was definitely a handball. Having said that, Wolves obviously gave them quite a challenging game. And I think Newcastle will as well, but with Man City at home, it's only going to be a home win. It would be a shock if I'm wrong with this one. This is the one I'm going to play my joker on as well. So, yes, 3-1 Man City.
Next game's in Manchester. It's the blue side of Manchester. Manchester City playing Newcastle. I think it'll be a 4-0 win for City.
Cardiff versus Arsenal. Now, Cardiff, I think, scored their first goal of the season last week. And they are at home, but they're playing Arsenal. And, I think Arsenal will kick on after they beat us last week. I think that Emery's side that will give them a bit of the confidence that they probably needed beating us. You're welcome. And playing Cardiff, who are really quite a poor side. Doesn't matter if they're at home or not. I can't see anything other than away win. Cardiff 0, Arsenal 2.
Next game's in South Wales. Newcomers to the Premier League, Cardiff City playing against our victors from last week, Arsenal. I think it'll be Cardiff City 1, Arsenal 2.
Burnley versus Man United. Well, this would be an interesting game, wouldn't it? Burnley haven't had the best of starts. They obviously lost 4-2 to Fulham. I think they lost 3-1 to Watford as well. This is going to be a really interesting one, I think, because we all know what happened to Mourinho when they lost last week against Tottenham. The meltdown. It's going to be a real test, and probably depending on this game, depends on how long Mourinho is going to be there. I think if they were to lose to Burnley, that could be the end of the not so special one. But I actually think he will manage to get his side the 3 points. It's just how many I'm going to go with. I don't think it's going to be that convincing. I'm going to go with Burnley 1, Man United 2.
Next game's in Lancashire. Bit of a Lancashire derby if you want. It's Burnley v Manchester United. I think Mourinho might do his stuff on them. He's had a bad week, but I think it'll be Burnley 1, Man United 2.
Final game of the weekend, Watford versus Tottenham. Both of these sides have actually started off really well. Both of them have won all of their opening 3 games. And I think this is going to be a tight one. But I'm sad to say I think Tottenham might just nick it. I think it's going to be really close. I think it's probably going to be 1-1 right till the last 5 minutes. Typical Tottenham style. Kane probably popping up with a header in the last minute. 2-1 Tottenham. Last
game's in North West London or Hertfordshire, whatever you want to call it. Our rivals are playing, but I think they'll win actually. I think it'll be Watford 1, Tottenham Hotspurs 2. Thanks very much. Hope I'm right.
I love this game.